These are the places where the stuff from our nightmares comes to life. Welcome to Top 10 Direct, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 most haunted places that you don't want to visit. Number 10. The Hoyo Paseo Forest is a forest that is believed to be one of the most haunted places on planet Earth. In 1968, a military technician captured a photo of a UFO that was hovering over the forest. Over the years, the forest has gained a large amount of notoriety around the world. Many believe that the forest is a portal that causes its visitors to disappear. The visitors that have gone through the forest without disappearing have reported rashes, nausea, and lots of anxiety. Number 9. The Fairfont Banff Springs Hotel in Canada is a large chateau-like hotel that sits by the Rocky Mountains in Banff National Park. It was made to help encourage tourism and to sell train tickets. It gets incredibly gothic once you go inside. Visitors to the hotel in recent years have observed that there are multiple resident ghosts. There is a bride who apparently fell down a stone staircase during her wedding. Another spirit that is a lot happier is Sam the Bellman. Sam worked at the hotel in 1975. While he was working there, he claimed that he would come back and haunt the joint. According to some credible sources, Sam helps visitors with their bags, then leaves. Number 8. The Stanley Hotel in Estes Park in Colorado, America, used to be a world-renowned whiskey bar that lured tourists into Estes Park as early as 1908. Many years later, the hotel reached new levels of fame when Stephen King wrote a book called The Shinnings, where the Overlook Hotel was the Stanley Hotel. Since then, there have been a number of ghost sightings and mysterious piano music that has been reported in the hotel. This gives the Stanley Hotel quite a reputation. To this day, there are nightly ghost tours and psychic consultations in the house. Number 7. You've probably heard of the Tower of London in England, or you might have even been there, but you probably don't know about how haunted the place really is. It is best known for its history as a prison and execution site. Famously, Henry VIII ordered an execution of two of his wives, Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard, in this tower. Two young princes were imprisoned here after the death of their father, King Edward IV. The young princes disappeared shortly after in 1483, and their remains were found in 1647. Without surprise, there are many ghost stories of this tower's victims. There are many ghost tours that are undertaken here to this day. Number 6. The St. Augustine Lighthouse is a tourist attraction to many. Nearly 225,000 people visit here annually. It is well known for its otherworldly visitors. There have been many historical tragic events that have contributed to the paranormal activity. The ghost of the lighthouse keeper who fell to his death while painting the tower has been spotted watching over the grounds. Ever since the horrific death of 3 young girls who drowned when the cart they were playing with broke and fell into the ocean, multiple visitors have claimed that they heard the sounds of the children playing in and around the lighthouse. Number 5. The Whaley House in San Diego in California was built for this family by Thomas Whaley in 1857. Shortly after him and his family moved into the house, he reported that he was hearing heavy footsteps of Yankee Jim Robinson, a thief who was hung on the site 4 years before the house was built. In the years after, the Whaley family ended up having many tragic deaths and suicide, much of them of which occurred inside the home. According to Whaley House Museum, some of the family members still haunt the landmark, sometimes with cigar smoke. Number 4. The Edinburgh Castle in Scotland is a large tourist attraction in Scotland. It is to be considered the most haunted place in Scotland, with some of the parts of it dating back to 1,000 years ago. There are some historic fortresses and dungeons that have made visitors to the castle report they have seen colonial prisoners from the American Revolutionary War and French prisoners from the 7 Years' War. There has been sighting of a ghost of a dog wandering around the castle's dog cemetery. Number 3. The Obvodny Canal in St. Petersburg, Russia, has been given a haunted reputation due to its second, much more sinister name of the Suicide Canal. Since the canal has been artificially made in the late 18th century, some very strange events have surrounded the site. These include many construction workers complaining of headaches, sudden outbursts of violence, and without any surprise, suicides. Although many of the suicide attempts have been unfortunately successful, those who were saved reported that they didn't know why they jumped into the water. Some claim the force comes from restless souls lurking beneath the surface before suddenly disappearing. Number 2. The Forbidden City in Beijing, China is a former imperial palace and now serves as a museum. You probably didn't know that the tourist attraction has a large reputation among the supernatural enthusiasts. During its 600-year life as a palace, the place has had its fair share of murders and executions. There have been many reports of the strange phenomena since the palace was opened to the public in 1940s. There is a common sighting of a woman dressed in white strolling around the grounds while sobbing. Number 1. The RMS Queen Mary was served as a luxury ocean liner from 1936 to 1967. It had a brief stint as a warship in World War II. During his time there is a sight of at least one murder, a sailor being crushed to death by a door in the engine room, and multiple children drowning in the pool. The former cruise ship was bought by the city of Long Beach in 1967 and it was turned into a hotel. It still has a purpose to this day. The reported ghosts of the deceased passengers get to stay for free. If you want to have a bit of a scare while staying here, try and visit the ship's engine room. It is to be considered by many to be a hotbed for paranormal activity. Shout out to all you guys who subscribed, like and comment. Subscribe to Top 10 Direct for more quality content.